So, why I think it's important to utilize YouTube whenever you're making any kind of a transformation. Um, Welcome to Spain Impossible. I'm your host, Jim. If you haven't been here before, welcome, welcome, welcome. This video is going to be all about why I think it's important to document what's going on with you even if you don't share these videos. I think it's important to, for myself, I'm on a journey to lose 100 pounds in a year, as well as the other things that this channel is about. And I have found it so helpful to be accountable, to make a weekly video about something to do with my weight loss journey. Now, for me, that means a few different things because I've stumbled across this program that I like to call the Blueprint. And it's just essentially a system for helping you move from the standard American diet into a whole food plant-based diet. And it's worked incredibly well for me. I mean, I'm down 54 pounds, I think. And talks about a lot of the things that I've discovered during the time, my life of being fat since I was 8 years old. And now that I'm in my 50s and all the yo-yo dieting through all the years and all the little bitty things that I picked up but hadn't put together with the other things, so that all those diets eventually failed. And now I've found something that works, and it works well, and so I'm sharing that with people. But if I was just doing the weight loss myself, I can see that YouTube would be this incredible tool to hold myself accountable, to to make a video every week, even if you never make it anything more than private. Nobody knows it's on your channel. It's just a place to put it where you can go back and look and go, God, look at how far I've come. And not necessarily from a video standpoint or an editing standpoint, but in your transformation, whatever it happens to be, whether it's debt, whether it's, documenting a career change, or learning a different skill to do a different career, or like me, losing weight. And I'm also documenting other things along with the weight loss, but I have found this uniquely helpful um, for my weight loss. It keeps me accountable. At the end of the week, I look back and I'm like, hey, what did I do differently this week? What helped me stay on track? What kept things alive in me um, while I was, maybe a little sick and tired of eating this particular food? But that's what I'm on for right this moment, because I made 14 days of it and I'm only on day 7. Um, so I think utilizing YouTube for people that are not interested in being creators, people that are not running businesses, is a fantastic idea, just to keep yourself accountable for whatever it is that you're doing. Aside from that, I can see the fact that, maybe at my age with 6 children and 8 grandchildren, leaving videos um, to my kids and my grandchildren so that they can get to know Papa, maybe in a way that they didn't know him when they were 2, 3, 4, 5 years old, if for some reason I'm no longer here. And I think that's a very valuable thing as well. I think YouTube is an incredible tool, because, if you record videos to your phone, how often are you going to watch them? If you lose your phone, break your phone, get a new phone, yeah, a lot of stuff gets stored into the cloud automatically, particularly on Android, connected to your Gmail address or whatever. But that's in the cloud. It's in the nebulous. It's not where your, people that you care about can access it. And YouTube is a place where all you have to do is share with, whomever it is that these recordings are for, that, hey, this is where my thing is. Here's how you get to it. And you can give them access to that. And how that helps with the transformational journey is maybe you've got some cheerleaders. I myself, personally, I don't. I am, believe it or not, uh, an absolute introvert, and to the point where I consider myself a lone wolf. Now, I have a family, I have children, I have, had friends throughout my life and stuff like that. And honestly, looking back now that I'm in my 50s, a lot of that came about because of trying to fit into society and, thinking, oh, well, I should have someone to share my life with, and I should do this and I should do that. And the reality of it is that now that I'm in my 50s, I understand that I could have left the world behind and been a hermit in the woods from the time I was very young. Just, I don't have this overwhelming desire to be social. I don't have this overwhelming desire to share my life with people, as ironic as that sounds, being someone who's on YouTube and trying to build an audience and build a business around YouTube. Um, and that the thought occurred to me, like, well, if I move to Spain and I'm going to be separate from family and friends and things like that, how am I going to react to that? And the true answer is that they will probably have to reach out to me, because I just don't have the overwhelming desire to be social. I can totally go and walk my dog and have a coffee and, maybe go out to eat for lunch. I'm perfectly comfortable sitting by myself in a restaurant packed with people that are, couples and families and everything else. And it doesn't bother me a bit, because the truth is I'm not scared of my own mind. And I think a lot of people out there are. So ask yourself that question. Drop me a comment. Um, you know, are you scared of your own mind? If you are completely alone and you don't have your phone and you all you have is your thoughts, how comfortable are you? Maybe that would be a better comment. Are you comfortable or uncomfortable? Let's keep it that way. Let's not get into long drawn out personal issues. Just say, are you comfortable or uncomfortable with your own thoughts? And I hopped on here to talk about how great YouTube is, but this is it's one of those things where I can't read scripts, so I don't write scripts. When I'm doing something like the step videos for the blueprint, I usually just put some bullet points on the screen of my laptop in a Word document, so I can kind of go, oh yeah, I got that one, I got that one, I got that one. But in reality, the majority of what I do is just kind of riffing off the cuff, you know, looking at my phone and going, well, what is it that I want to talk about today? What is it that's on my heart that I want to share? And hopefully it helps someone. And today it was, how useful I think YouTube is for documenting a journey. And if maybe not documenting a journey, just documenting some things about your life. And that can be very valuable to, a family. It can be very valuable to friends. We have so many different things out there, Facebook and TikTok and Instagram and Twitter and all those things where, I've had friends that have passed away and people close down their Facebook, and it's like, oh, well, I can't look back and, that person meant something to me. And now I've got none of those memories available to me. And when I think about YouTube, it's like, okay, well, if I make videos and I make content that's even solely for myself or my family, it's very simple to share the ability to view private videos. And you can send them out as an email. You can set it up as someone has access to your account so that they can kind of be the distributor of the executor of your estate. But it's just so cool that we have this tool. Because when I was growing up, there wasn't a way other than maybe some home movies if you could afford to have a Super 8 camera. That's really dating myself, or a VHS camera. And those get so often lost in moves and things like that. And on YouTube, they're there. They're just there. It's what makes YouTube so wonderful is that it's a storage site for whatever it is that you want to share with the world. And it's a place where you can just be you. I can be the lone wolf because there's no one else here. There's just me and a camera and me rattling on to some people that hopefully will find some understanding from this. And so I think that's all that I have for today. I hope that you enjoyed this, and obviously you can subscribe to the channel. This is not necessarily the typical content that you'll find here, but you'll find me here, and hopefully you enjoy me. And obviously smash the old like button, because I think there's a message here that might resonate with someone. And hopefully that someone hears this and it helps and maybe even inspires them to start leaving some videos for whether it's holding themselves accountable. Because when you look back at your earlier videos, I looked back at mine and I was like, wow, I can see in my face how much weight I've lost. And that's cool. And that keeps me going. So, drop that comment. Are you comfortable or uncomfortable with your own mind and your own thoughts? I'm really interested to hear how many people are or aren't. So I will see you guys on the next one. But come along for this journey, because it's turning out to be one hell of a journey, just like I said it would in the beginning. Hasta luego.